The captain, Lucy Mulhall, to get us underway. Russia with their captain, Marina Petrova, on the bench. Surprisingly, Pavel Baranovsky perhaps opting to change things up on the basis of what he has seen over the last day and a half. And the first chance for Mulhall to lead an attack inside the Russian half. Tackled well, though, and shoved back with some vigour and force. Russians not giving an inch in defence. Dragged to the ground. Porestiak making her presence felt. Russia get the penalty. Ireland going off their feet.
Yeah, you have to compete at the breakdown. You need to get that ball out of the breakdown quickly against Russia. Ireland took too long there, which enabled Russia to get up in their faces, move that ball away from the breakdown area. Ireland.
Lushina, top point scorer in the tournament so far. The Russian, as they have dominated the stats, and this is where they're dangerous. Line to get ball on the outside. Porestiak kept it alive. Back to Lushina, and they're lining up on that right-hand side. This is Gutseva, floating past to Hamidova, and we know what she's capable of if she stretches those long legs. But I tell you what, that is a statement of intent from Megan Williams. She says, "You're not getting past me today, pal," and Ireland get the scrum.
And the crowd goes wild. Megan Williams, a couple of brilliant interventions from her already. Second of all, a tackle against the dangerous Hamidova. First of all, the claim off the kickoff, that's what gave Ireland possession early on.
Well, you want to know why the expectation has been building. That graphic there tells its own story. 5 players, Ireland and Russia, all in the top try scoring list this weekend. Clinical from both teams for the last day and a half. Doyle with a lovely run, only gets as far as the 10-metre line, and we have to countenance the crowd on that far side, because every time Ireland make 2 metres, the crowd's almost expecting them to score a try. Doyle, who started that break, drives the legs in contact. She's got 2 Russian defenders in her way, and Baxter to act as scrum half. Flood with the line as far as Mulhall. Again, Russia competing on the deck, their upper body strength and their conditioning second to none as far as this tournament is concerned. That will look forward from here, and the referee, well placed, Sarah Cox, to spot it.
Ireland using their home advantage brilliantly. All of the pressure here is on Russia. When you start to hear the crowd getting loud, giving momentum to the home team, you can imagine slight doubts just creeping into the heads of the Russian team. Ireland to have a chance in this game, need to keep possession, keep that momentum going, and keep those doubts.
Plus you have to factor in the strength of both benches as well. You look at the likes of Petrova, the captain, Shemshuk, Drakova as well for Russia. Ireland have Miller as they're under pressure here with Russian blitz defence to make life difficult for Mulhall. Porestiak, no way through, fires the pass more in hope than expectation, and Russia somehow come away with the ball. Little step on the inside from Bodkova. Another big tackle goes in, this time from Stacey Flood. Hamidova has 2 players outside her. She runs straight into Ashley Baxter, and there's no way through the Irish number 6. Mulhall, like a Jack Russell, sniping the Russian attack. Down at the ankles. Hamidova with a handover, has to be made that tackle, and Doyle does. The pop pass, only as far as Kazakova. Kazakova to Lushina. It's frantic stuff by both teams. Mile-a-minute rugby, as you would expect. Bobakova trying to go through the Irish defence. Tackles have to be made inside the 22 as we approach just over 3 minutes. Russian penalty. Ireland going off their feet at the breakdown. Audrey O'Flynn appeals to the referee. Quick tap from Kazakova. Got one outsider. Kazakova slips through, and the first try is for Russia. Audrey O'Flynn falls off the tackle. You cannot afford to do that. And first blood to the Russians.
Yeah, Audrey O'Flynn was worried about the player outside of Gutseva. Gutseva took the gap. Here it is. I thought Russia had gone the wrong way. There were more numbers the other way, but she taps herself. And Audrey O'Flynn's just a little bit worried about the player on the outside. Seredina holds off the tackle and Gutseva's through.
5 points to 0. Russia lead. Conversion to come. Lushina, well, she's so experienced with the right foot of hers. Here's the strike. Oh, she didn't get a connection on that one at all, so it's been a frantic first half so far.
It really has, and I was just thinking, as we watch the replay of this try again, about poor old Kudinova, usually captain of Russia, sat at home presumably watching this, streaming through.
She will be fit if they do make the Olympic Games, because she hasn't been around for the last couple of tournaments. So there's a gift on a plate for Ireland. Both sides breathing hard already, Sue.
Indeed. One Russian captain watching at home, another one watching from the bench here. Great attacking opportunity for Ireland.
Come on.
Just less than 2 minutes to go here at the end of the first half. And Ireland splitting their attack left and right. Dummy switch with Williams. Here's Baxter trying to go through. Williams to try and just secure possession. Mulhall, two outsider, nice hands. Doyle on the outside, Amy Lee Murphy-Crowe turns on the gas, but equally Sarah Dina met her head on in that tackle.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, it's Amy Lee Murphy-Crowe versus Kazakova. They've had it all their own way so far in this tournament, but they haven't come up against each other. There's pace against pace here. Amy Lee Murphy-Crowe, we've become so used to seeing her streaking away, but Kazakova, she knows how to bundle the opposition winger into touch.
On the line where the
line out to Ireland on that far side. Megan Williams is the normal target in this set piece, and she manages to spoil a few opposition throws as well. That's another decent set piece play from Ireland. Mulhall to Doyle, has Murphy-Crowe outside, and the pass has to go. Surely, no, she doesn't need her. She does not need her, and Aoife Doyle emphatically fires back for Ireland.
The atmosphere, Hugh, here is phenomenal. The Irish crowd going wild. Aoife Doyle, first try this weekend. What a time to choose to score it. The Russian defence knew that Amy Lee Murphy-Crowe was there on the outside. They're a little bit worried about her. It's Gutseva who scored the try for Russia, who's dropped off the tackle here. Aoife Doyle, hats off to you. Brilliant, brilliant play.
Who needs a winger when you got a centre that can go all the way? And Aoife Doyle, conversion to come from Mulhall. She's pushed it right across the face of the goal, so we stay locked on 5 points apiece. Nothing to separate the teams, and what a try for Aoife Doyle.
Game on. This is without doubt the best that we've seen Ireland play against Russia all season.
There's something, I think, the fear factor seems to be gone from this Ireland team. They're not giving Russia any respect here, and they're tearing into the tackles. Williams goes up, did she touch that one? Hamidova in the right place at the right time, and they've got an overlap here now unless Ireland can get numbers across. Mulhall chases like a jackal. That's a brilliant tackle by the Irish captain.
Leave it.
And ball for Russia on the deck. We've gone to 7 minutes in the first half. Little show from Bobakova. Switches to the outside. Hamidova calling for it, but she's not going to get it at the first attempt. Could save it. Now with a switch to Hamidova, and she tries to bounce off the first Irish defender. Williams in to try and rob possession. Still there for Russia. It's been an energy-sapping first half. Both teams giving their all. And we might see substitutions at the bench, but carving them through is Kazakova. Ekaterina Kazakova has the last say of the first half, and Russia silenced the Irish crowd, and a brilliant, brilliant try by the Russian number 10.
That looked ominous for Ireland the second the ball left the hands of Daria Lushina. Ekaterina Kazakova in a bit of space is always dangerous, and there the Irish defence just couldn't reach her. There was a far too big a gap between Irish defender 1 and 2 on the outside. Stacey Flood too far away from Lucy Mulhall. That left Ekaterina Kazakova a huge gap to run through, and she is an extraordinarily good finisher, world class.
World class finish from the Russians, and Ireland, after striking back, go into the half-time break. 7 points down. This game's still anyone's though. Don't go away.
Defensively, we're doing fine, but we can't over-track into those wide channels. We're getting caught too short over here, okay? So if they come into the wide channels, you either got to have a shot at that ball to slow it down and try and win it, all right? Or we just readjust the upper far side so we don't end up with 3 or 4 people in the ruck area, okay?
Вы посмотрите, если у вас есть лишность, играйте. Да пусть лучше просрете, но играйте в регби 7, а не просто стену бейте. Давай, давай, давай! 3-4! Россия! Отдайте, Бугай! Акола отдыхает, и Кузьма отдыхает.
So Pavel Baranovsky, the pressure on Russia, just if you need reminding, there have been rumours and reports around the Russian media that if they don't qualify the Olympic Games, the future funding will be under threat. But Ireland, look at that, youngest supporter in the house, probably the most vocal as well. Family beside him, and well, I think he's hoping for an Irish victory. They've got 7 points to make up though. Still too close to call, but you feel today the first score of the second half absolutely crucial.
Absolutely crucial. Ireland desperately want to get back into this game with the first score.
Audrey O'Flynn. Louise Galvin substitute in for Ireland into the centre, so let's see what she can manage here as Mulhall in two minds about where to go, opting to carry it into the tackle. Important to protect possession. Galvin. Look at that counter ruck from Russia though. Did that go forward? Referee says no, play on. Sarah Cox right on the spot, and Russia with numbers wide here. Ireland still defending. Amy Lee Murphy-Crowe in there. Podestiak. Galvin in to try and rip the ball free. Has to let go on the ground. And Russia recycle with possession. Shipped on from Drakova. Another substitute in for Russia. Taken up by Seradina. Ireland get the penalty.
Brilliant defence, both teams. The defence really suffocating, getting up in the faces. And if the pass is an inch wrong and the receiver of the pass has to readjust, they just have no time.
You know where I'm stood? Right,
well,
wait there.
What does Lucy Mulhill do? That's what I thought she might do. Got no distance on it whatsoever, but finds a touch on the halfway line.
Unusual decision, you have to say, to kick it straight out, to give yourself a lottery in the line out for possession when you could just be tapping and running. And of course, the ball will go back to fly half, 10 metres further back
you need to get that sorted.
From where they've just kicked it out.
She needs to get that sorted.
Well, they do have options on the bench. Ireland, Louise Galvin is in.
Yeah.
We don't know
okay.
the full extent of the injury to Niamh Briggs from the last game, but Alison Miller is a try scorer in form, and I just wonder if Ireland don't score in the next minute or so, might they look at change. Williams, was she tackled in the air? Referee says no, she's lost her footing. Stacey Flood, awkward one for her to deal with, and under pressure from the Russians, did well to pick it up off the ground. Needs help now though. Russia have turned over ball on a couple of occasions already against Ireland. Audrey O'Flynn cannot afford to lose this in the contact, needs help, hangs on for dear life. There for Williams. Now Ireland trying to release the speedster out wide. Mulhall under a bit of pressure. Galvin in to help her, and then Williams on the outside. Little kick and chase here now. Amy Lee Murphy-Crowe has got to back herself. Two Russian defenders going back. One of them is Drakova, and she has all the time to take the bounce of the ball and launch a counter-attack. Galvin puts her down, and puts her down well. Massive overlap on the left-hand side. Ireland might be caught here. Dangerous one. Amy Lee Murphy-Crowe bakes the hit, and what a hit that was. Russia still inside their own 22. Ireland having to defend. Hamidova trying to go on the outside. Those long arms cannot shake off the attention of Murphy-Crowe. The pass though goes to hand, and Russia spreading Ireland left and right. Audrey O'Flynn's going to be caught here. She doesn't have the pace to keep up, I can tell you that. Russia going to score again over the halfway line. Easy as you like for Drakova, and the Russian number 9 has that sealed victory and a place in the final.
Yeah, you can't blame Audrey O'Flynn for that. There were 3 attackers against 1 defender there. Ireland just far too short out wide. Once they'd managed to recycle this ball back that way, then there was only ever going to be one result. Audrey O'Flynn couldn't cover all of those players, and Drakova has a lot of pace. Well worked from Russia, but just have to say a word for Amy Lee Murphy-Crowe. The tackles that she put in prior to that try getting scored, she plays with some heart.
Well, conversion from Lushina, straight between the posts. It's more damage on the board for Russia. 19 points to 5, and now the leading try scorer in Dublin, Drakova, for Russia. She has been a machine. Alison Miller's come on for Ireland, so is it the last chance, maybe last roll of the dice for Anthony Eddy to get something back here. Ireland need to try as quickly as possible, you feel, with 3 minutes left on the clock. Don't forget, Olympic qualification, the #1 priority, but equally Ireland looking to get back on the HSBC 7 series for next season. If they finish in 3rd place, which means even if they lose this match, winning their next game will be enough to do just that.
Crouch. Mind. Set.
Ireland with possession. Galvin with the pass. Nicely done. Little step off the outside. Oh, what a hit. And actually, what a hit that was.
Stop.
Wasn't expecting it.
She looks hurt, and it possibly might be high. Let's wait and see what the referee says. The crowd certainly don't like it.
Well, it's Cronin who took a thumping tackle.
Time is up.
She's a tough little warrior, but that one was from the blind side. She wasn't expecting it, and that's why she wasn't able to tense her body in time for the hit.
No, whilst there is a huge height differential between Hamidova and Cronin, it did seem like a high tackle. Certainly the crowd think it was a high tackle.
7 green high. For me, I'm having that as a yellow card and a penalty to Ireland just where she is there. Happy? Captain, please.
Let's have another look at it.
Okay, it's gone high. Okay, off we go.
Hamidova gets 2 minutes in the bin. Is this a lifeline for Ireland? If it is a lifeline, they need to grab it with both hands, and they need to do it now.
They certainly do. And there certainly was no intention from Hamidova. It's just a huge height differential, but it's the right call. It was high. She has to go off. Here it comes. She's just coming across to make the tackle. That's a high tackle. That's her head. You've got to go off for that, and it does give Ireland an opportunity. 7 on 6, 2 minutes left.
David and Goliath has gone to the bench for 2 minutes. Ireland with ball up the top to use. If they're going to win this game, they've got to score. You feel from this move. Galvin couldn't get the ball outside to Ali Miller. Mulhall overlap on the right. They've got to go. Cronin. Mulhall queuing up on the right hand side. Flood. Baxter. Flynn is outside. Audrey O'Flynn trying to use her power. She's dragged down 5 metres short. Ireland still with possession. Dramatic finish here. 2 tries in the making. Cronin swings one. Galvin. Hands should do it. Alison Miller. Try for Ireland. The Portlaoise flyer goes in the corner. And we need another one just to level things up.
It is all happening here. Who should it fall to but Alison Miller in huge amounts of space. She's not going to make any mistake from there. A little handoff, a little flourish, a little dive. Another 5 points for Ireland.
Crucial conversion has to go over. It hasn't, which means that Russia have a 9-point lead. You feel it's too much with the time left on the clock.
Have heart, Hugh. There's still time for 2 scores here for the Irish fans.
Well, they need to get their hands on this ball now. Don't forget, Russia still down to 6 players. Hamidova in the bin. Ireland have made it pay so far with a try. Need possession here. Galvin's after. It's gone too far. Lushina comfortable underneath that. Takes the pass. And Russia, through Prestiak, worked that left-hand side. Was that forward? It was. Lifeline. They've got to go now. Russia, no time. No, I suppose, in no hurry to set this scrum.
No, Russia certainly will be in no hurry for the scrum. Oh, it's marginal, isn't it? But it is forward. And Russia, we've said it over the course of the season, tend to get really flat. The support players always creep up. And that really puts the pass under pressure.
Ireland need to score in the next 5 seconds or it's game over. Hail Mary, if you've got one. Oh, they've lost it. That's it. That's it. It will be Russia through to the final. Can they finish with a flourish? Miller misses off the tackle and off she goes. Drakova. Oh, what a reach from Mulhall. Brilliant stuff.
Penalty advantage.
Lushina, we've gone full time. Any next
Advantage
time that the ball goes out, play will be over. But Russia, they already know, I think, that they are through to the final. Seredina keeps it alive. Lushina. Prestiak is going to boot this one into the stands. And Russia are through to the Olympic qualifier final. Ireland gave it everything, but it wasn't enough in the end, CJ.
It wasn't enough in the end. The Irish are on the floor, heads in their hands, so disappointed, but they gave it everything. That is the best performance we have seen from them this season, epitomised by Lucy Mulhall's chase back tackle right at the end there, but hats off to Russia.